Hello students, this is Geikmaster Flex with the next episode of Geikmaster Cooks. Today, what you are looking at is an eye of round roast. This is one of the cheapest cuts of meat, and I'm going to make it into something special. Chicken fried steak. Yes, chicken fried steak. There's no chicken in chicken fried steak. So this is the eye of round roast. Now, what you're looking at here is a meat slicer. I will be using that to cut this roast up, but a knife would be just fine. And then if you come over here, I have my KitchenAid mixer. Attached to my KitchenAid mixer is something I have recently bought. It looks like a medieval torture device, but it is a meat tenderizer because the eye of round roast is not a very soft cut of meat. So I am going to look once again at here, and I'm going to hand the phone over to the camera person, my daughter, Ella Geiken.
Hi.
And she is going to film me making a cut. And I'm going to turn it on. Ella, if you want to come over here and you could see, there we go. And so that's what we got. Now I'll do it with the rest of the roast, and we will be making chicken fried steak. Hello students, this is Geikmaster Flex and the second installment of chicken fried steak. All right, so as you guys can see here, this is what happened to that eye of round roast. As you can see, I've already kind of tested the tenderizer, but I'll show you here in this video what I did. I got 16 steaks out of this. And the reason I'm doing this is, like I said before, the eye of round roast is a very inexpensive cut of meat. And so a lot of times you got to really tenderize it. There's a reason why it's much, much, much cheaper than, say, a ribeye or something along those lines. So I am going to use this attachment on my KitchenAid mixer. I'm going to move it over here to about number 2. Yeah, actually, I'll take it down one. And I am going to hand the camera off to my son Nolan. Say hi, Nolan.
Hi.
Hi. Now Nolan is going to shoot this and show you how I'm going to add this to the tenderizer. We're giving it a massage, if you will. A really angry massage. But basically this is where we're at. We've got a nice tenderized piece of meat. All right, Nolan, you can turn it off. Hello students, this is Mr. Geiken again, Geikmaster Flex, in this third installment of chicken fried steak, cooking chicken fried steak. So if you look here, this is what has become of the 5 pounds of eye of round. And so my next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to simply salt and pepper the meat, but unfortunately you're not going to see me do this because I can't do it one-handed. And then I just want to come over here and just show this once again. This is the meat tenderizer that I bought. It worked beautifully, and so I'm going to take it off and wash it, put it in the dishwasher. And some of you may or may not have heard me talk about how my grandfather lost his leg, and it wasn't in a meat tenderizer, but it was in something similar to this. This on the KitchenAid is basically how these attachments work. So if you have one of these at your house, you might have like a pasta maker, a meat grinder, in this case a meat tenderizer. Well, on a tractor, this is how those farm implements work. And so right here imagine this the back of a tractor, and you hook up like a baler or something to it. My grandfather got his jeans caught in one of these, and it basically twisted off his leg. So some of you may have heard me tell that story, but anyways, I'm going to be salting and peppering, and I will give you guys the next episode here soon. See you soon. Bye. Hello students, this is part 4 of chicken fried steak. And I just want to talk a little bit about seasoning the meat. So it is about 12:30 on Christmas Eve 2024, and I don't plan on cooking these for about 24 hours. And I keep saying in the previous episodes that this is a very cheap cut of meat. And just look at it. There's not a lot of fat going on here. And you might be like, oh, that's good. But fat is flavor, folks. Fat is flavor. And so one of the things I'm doing is I have liberally coated this with salt. And if you're in my World Civ classes, you know that the salt trade and gold trade in West Africa during the Middle Ages was a pretty big deal. So I used a liberal amount of salt on these. And I also used a liberal amount of pepper, as you guys could see as well. That pepper was what caused many Europeans in the 1400s to try to sail all the way to India, like Vasco da Gama in 1498. But anyways, what the salt will do over this 24 hours is the salt is going to go into the meat, and it's going to basically draw the moisture out, just like mummies that the Egyptians would make. They would salt their mummies, basically. But unlike the Egyptians, what I also hope to do is once that internal moisture comes out and mixes with the salt, it'll dissolve the salt and the pepper flavor and basically go back into the meat and season the meat. And so I'm going to store it all in this this container for about 24 hours before I bread it and cook it. See you later. You can start. Oh, hello, students. This little installment of the chicken fried steak recipe is going to be, it's a little unnecessary, but I just want to get it done the day ahead of time. And so what you see right here is the breading for the chicken fried steak. It is basically pepper, salt, flour, and cayenne pepper. So I'll just mix this together and have it tomorrow when I'm ready to bread the steak. Now, what I'm going to have over here is also going to be part of the breading. It's part buttermilk, baking soda, and baking powder, and 2 eggs. Now, this part is completely extra, and it's just me being me. But I'm going to come over here to the blender, and I'm going to add all this stuff to the blender. And look at that, kitty! And then we'll get the eggs in here. 2 large eggs from a chicken. And I'll get this and put it on here, turn it on, and away we go. So that's all it takes for the breading. I'll have to put it together today so I can use it tomorrow. I'll see you in the 6th installment. All right, good morning, students. This is Geik Master Flex in the next installment of Geik Master Cooks, and unfortunately, this is the worst part of chicken fried steak. It's the breading. It can be very messy, but we've got, as you can see right here, a station of the meat, breading, the egg mixture and buttermilk, more breading, and then I will put it on the rack. And then the next thing we have to do is cook. So I'm gonna take one of these pieces here, and I'm gonna put it right here in the flour, and I'm gonna get the flour right there in it, and I'm just gonna get it nice and good. I'm gonna get as much off of it as I can, and then I'm gonna put it into this egg mixture, and just like so. And I'm gonna try to slush there's a lot of it off. It's all over my hands. This is what makes it not great. Then I'm gonna put it into here, and I'm gonna cover it just like so. I'm gonna stick the flour to it, and then I'm gonna put it right here. And that's it. I've got to do that 15 more times. And look at my fingers. They're gonna get pretty gnarly. Hey students, this is Mr. Geiken again. Just a quick little video before I actually do the cook. Now all the chicken fried steak are breaded, and as you guys can see here, that's the good stuff. That's the flour mixing with the egg and buttermilk mixture, and I want that to happen. So it's gonna still be a few hours before I cook this, so I'm gonna have this in the fridge. The other thing is the methods we could use. I'm going to be using my Blackstone Griddle for this. I used to work in an interstate truck stop when I was a teenager, and we did chicken fried steak like this. And doing it on a griddle was amazing. But most of the time when you get chicken fried steak today at most chain restaurants, or most restaurants, not even chain restaurants, they deep fat fry it, which is still good. But I think the griddle method is far superior. So, anyways, I just thought I'd give you guys a quick look before they go on the griddle. Hello, students. Thank you for joining me on this chicken fried journey. Right now, I'm in the process of making a flavorful gravy for these chicken fried steaks. So I just thought, if you look in here, I've got some minced up onions. And over here, I'm going to do the last one together for us all. So I'm going to show you how to mince it up. So I'm going to cut this onion like that. And then I am going to have a really sharp knife. Actually, most people get cut because they have dull knives. And so, anyways, I'm gonna cut these like so. I'll just let that little piece that went off go. And then I'm just gonna go like this. Set that aside. Notice how I curl my fingers? This way I don't get cut. And then I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get good with that. And then, and that's how you mince an onion. Cook. And my nephew Zach is going to be filming. So here we have the chicken fried steak, and I've on the Blackstone. I've got some oil. It's hot, and so here we go, folks. Here we go. Here's going to be the big drop. Big drop. Boom. That's one. All right. Boom. There's two. And then here's three. Guess what? I've got many more to go. All right. So. I'll have a new video when they're almost done. Hey, we're in the middle of the cook, and I'm about to do a big flip. All right, do a big flip, just like Italy did in World War I when they went from. Sorry, you guys are laughing now. I can't remember, but anyway, let's do the big flip here. So I'm going to use this one here. Oh, watch this. Boom. Oh, look at that golden brown and delicious. Okay. Hey, Zach.
Yeah?
Hey, are you single?
Somewhat.
Somewhat? That's Zach,
really.
everybody. Zach.
Really.
Zach's a great singer. He's in show choir for Grand Island Northwest. Just saying, ladies, hit him up sometime this show choir season. Say hi. Say you know me. Yeah. Say hi, Zach.
Hi.
Hey, now it's being videoed by his twin sister, Lauren. Lauren is also single, right, Lauren?
Yep.
She says yep, but she doesn't look like it.
I kind of talk to this one.
All right. So, anyways, I'll get another video when we're making the gravy. Hello. Welcome back to my chicken fried journey. We're going to make some chicken fried gravy. How can you have chicken fried steak without the gravy? We're going to start with some onions, and it's got some dried thyme. And in here, my niece Sydney is actually filming. We got some of the stuff from the cook, the oil from the cook, and I am going to cook this onion in here for about 5 to 6 minutes. So let's watch. Listen to that sound, that sizzling sound. That's beautiful. Beautiful, people. Here we go. There we go, everybody. So anyways, this is, I'll be back with another short little video when this is ready to all come together. What's going on? My sister is actually filming this right now. Joelle, if you'd come up and have the students look at the onions as they are cooking in the oil and things along those lines. I'm going to create a little bit of a space here, and I'm going to drop 6 cloves of garlic. You know what they say about garlic? Garlic is to cooking as madness is to the artist. Oh yeah, that's wise. All right, so we're going to cook this and stir this in here for about 30 seconds until it gets aromatic. Okay? Now think about garlic for a second. It's in almost every single cuisine on earth. Every single cuisine on earth. If from Chinese to Mexican to European, Italian, I mean, it's everywhere. It is a universal spice. And of course, as we learn in World Civ, made in India. Hey, family, can you smell the garlic?
It smells amazing.
Oh, yes.
That's amazing. Now, what we're gonna do is right now I have some all-purpose flour. I'm gonna dump it in here. And this is gonna mix in, and this is gonna be the thickening agent for the gravy. All right, I'm gonna cook out the raw flavor, and then I'll come back with another little installment here in just a few moments. And what I'm about to do is deglaze the onions that have been cooking. My nephew Zach is filming. Can you take a closer look at the onions, Zach? Now I'm gonna add some of my own homemade chicken stock. Okay, I make this myself. In the future, I'll make an episode about it. Okay, so here it comes. Listen to the sizzle. That's nice. All right, so I'm gonna stir this in, and as I stir it in, I wanna talk about my nephew Zach. My nephew Zach is about 6'2". He's a senior in high school, and he's single. He's dependable. He will not add obnoxious lift kits onto his vehicles or exhaust. He will be a provider. So anyways, he is also in show choir. He's got an amazing voice. And I just want everybody to know that about my nephew Zach. Okay, so now that it is deglazed, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add salt, pepper, and a little cayenne into this to give it some more flavor. And I'm gonna add 6 cups of whole milk. Yes, whole milk. That's a lot of times what you feed small children. And you know what? My nephew Zach is not afraid to take on challenges of small children. He could babysit. He's also an Eagle Scout. So here we go.
Oh, what makes you sound nerdy?
There we go, everybody. So I'm gonna stir this in, and it's gonna reach a simmer. And what's gonna happen is once it reaches that simmer, let it cook a little bit, and that flour is gonna do its thing, and it's gonna start to thicken. Thank you, everybody, for traveling on this chicken fried journey with me. And in closing thoughts, I hope you guys all have a very Merry Christmas.